Hello Libra, Libra rising, and of course all of you Libra moon people out there. This is your weekly astrological and card horoscope for the week starting January 6th, 2020. And just a quick reminder for all of y'all out there, should you ever wish to get a session with me, you do need to go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you may also just simply follow the links below. So what's going on when it comes to your astrology over the course of this coming week? Well, it's all about what I've been calling dances with Neptune as it relates to Tuesday and Wednesday. We've actually got the Sun and Mercury in a gorgeous sextile to Neptune, each respectively, Tuesday and Wednesday. And Neptune is in your 6th house of work, reputation, and your schedule. And the Sun and Mercury are in your 4th house of home and family. Now with sextiles, it's a little hard to tell which way the help and the friendship and the good fortune is going, because remember with sextiles, both houses are kind of having an exchange with one another. So it's your 4th house of home and family and your 6th house of work, your reputation, your schedule. To some degree, this can also talk about, again, money, but it's actually a link. So we're not seeing which way they're crossing, but at least they're crossing in a very positive way. With the Sun and Neptune especially, we see some kind of solution to an ongoing challenge as it relates to either a work or home economy stagnation, something that could be blocking an opportunity to have maybe the ideal home world order, so to speak, is actually getting proposed or presented to you on Tuesday. Now with the Sun involved, this could be actually dissolving an old way of doing things that is no longer efficient, perhaps a prompt or something gifted to you, again through a coworker, present or past. And with Mercury involved, we are speeding things along to get you in a better home or work situation, because whatever is coming is implemented incredibly quickly. Now this could also bode extremely well for those of you that are looking to just simply create a more harmonious atmosphere in both places at once. But I'm wondering if whatever this switcheroo is not just, again, a very positive gift coming from some Neptunian influence, and we'll find out as we get to midweek. Now I am aware that there's also an eclipse this week, that's not escaped me, and I will be posting snippets of the monthly astrology horoscopes for January, just talking about the eclipse itself so people stay up to speed. But if you want the full January monthly horoscope, you do need to be a part of Patreon. The December decision was for December, but now you all know by now the monthly horoscopes are on Patreon only, so you can follow the links below if you want to sign up for that, and I'll have clips about the eclipse posted here very shortly. And before we move on to the cards, I do also want to remind everybody, if you're having a hard time finding the horoscope that you are looking for, then you can always go to the main channel page and simply scroll down, or you can click on the playlists tab. Sometimes that's where that's the only place to find them, and if you still might be confused by the directions, I did make a video last week as a bit of tech support demonstrating what I'm talking about, and I'll include that in the link below. So what's going on when it comes to your cards for this coming week? Well, for your spiritual themes, we actually have the Death card reversed. And this is a week where a lot of you Libran people are going to need to be taking a good stock of what needs to be balanced when it comes to what should be ending and what needs to be held on to. This is very much linking back to what we were just talking about with the astrology. Some things are just there because they've been there. We don't know what to do with them, and we're afraid to let go. But with the Death card reversed, we are actually being urged to release that which is actually becoming more costly, more of a drain, something that we are maybe resistant to making the final move with when it comes to letting go of something that is, again, not necessarily in the highest interest of all concerned, but also at the same time bring it into a proper balance, right? There might be some things that have not had their fair chance, and we don't want to actually be purging those just because they're new. And this is something to keep in mind as we go into 2020. It's a very creative year, spiritually, alchemically, when it comes to manifestation work. And it's time to make sure that we allow for more new as opposed to simply treating that which is old or possibly never going anywhere as a work in progress. Sometimes they are. Again, we can't split it into black and white absolutes. That's not the way to mastery. But in this case with the Death card reversed, we have to pay attention to that which might not necessarily finish the work it has in progress, should it be permitted to stagnate and stay still? Where are transitions being delayed, or maybe transitions happening too quickly in overcompensation of those delays? We have to balance, rethink, and reposition and redirect where the transitions need to happen this week. When it comes to the influx, or the energies that are coming in and affecting all areas of your life, we actually have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. And with the Six of Pentacles in reverse, this is a week where, yeah, a lot of you Libran people are going to start cutting things off, saying no thank you. And in a lot of cases, this could be withdrawing either your support, investment, contribution, however you are putting things in. And it's okay. Every once in a while we need to call our energies back. And this can sometimes feel like a very difficult thing to do, because what happens when it comes to the Six of Pentacles reversed is that sometimes we're doing this with people in our in-group or in our family. We are withdrawing maybe our support or our energy from something that we have been actively involved in, or maybe it's becoming too much of a tax on our personal time, space, and growth. With the Six of Pentacles in reverse, you are basically asked to, hey, call it back a little bit this week. There's something that we need to focus on recollecting so we can redistribute it. And this is going to be happening at home, family, work, all over, all right? But you have the power to do it, and it's okay to put yourself first without being, seen as selfish or having some guilt complex. We don't need to do that this week. And sometimes guilt in this case might only be just a codependent indulgence, and we don't want that either. When it comes to the outflux, what's going away, we have the Six of Cups in reverse, and this is where we have a chance to, again, stop, I guess you could say, a cycle from starting all over again. The Six of Cups reversed as the outflux, we are catching something that could go bad before it begins. And again, this could happen everywhere. It's an outflux card. We are stopping something from beginning or resuming a loop, right? It's about to hit the finish line of one run, and it's about to hit the start again, pass and go and do it all over. Let's get it off the board. The Six of Cups reversed is saying, look, where have we been maybe needing to pay attention to the fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me, fool me 9 times, okay, I'm just kidding myself. We've all been there, and I'm not saying that to sound like a dick. I'm a Libra rising. I'm going to come back and back engineer this and see where I need to pay attention as well. The Six of Cups reversed is ultimately saying you have a chance this week to make a permanent shift, but that also means, again, not being so indulgent of looping behavior, looping trends, or things that are simply bargaining for yet another week, month, or year in your life that don't belong there the way they are. Moving on to material concerns, we're going on to the mundane down at the bottom. We've got the Knight of Cups upright, and again, a beautiful gift coming your way when it comes to an opportunity for extra income, maybe a new job, or something that's going to be fixing the personal, financial, and professional lives that you run all at the same time. Now, it is coming through this Knight of Cups. I'm actually seeing this Knight of Cups as a very helpful friend, or maybe a helpful contact that you have. They could be very close or simply an acquaintance. But one of the things I'm seeing is that the Knight of Cups is just sort of throwing it out there, okay? It's sort of an invitation that they are dropping out there for you. Maybe it's a helpful suggestion, maybe it's phrased as an open invitation, but you want to make sure that you are savvy enough to read between the lines and inquire as to where this could be going. Because I am seeing with the gift that they are giving you, it is going to be exactly what triggers all of that astrology energy in the middle of the week with that Sun and Mercury dancing with Neptune. So we have some wonderful breakthroughs coming through on the money front. When it comes to the external, friends, relatives, other people, neighbors, we've got the Five of Cups upright, and I think that something is coming to a finish here when it comes to a friend or a relative, and I'm actually seeing you as somebody saying, again, very much like that Six of Pentacles reversed, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not doing whatever we do anymore. And with the Five of Cups, this might actually be, in the very beginning, felt as a tremendous blow to this person. And this might be something small that they just take very personally, or this might be something very large that forces them to maybe reassess their lifestyle and their life choices a little bit. But with the Five of Cups, this might not be something that is avoidable as such. You know, of course, we don't want to hurt people, we don't want to make people feel like they're being abandoned or betrayed, but if we're already at the Five of Cups, just because you're saying, look, I need to draw a boundary, then the reason it's so bad is because it's already gone on so long that any change or deviation was going to be a problem. And I think that the Five of Cups energy is basically saying here, look, very Five of Cups, we have to get on with it so we can get over it. And whatever this cutoff is, whatever this release, whatever this moving out, moving on, this is something that is ultimately going to be encouraged. I think that this is something that you're going to be quite happy with at the end of the day. It's going to suck, that phone call or that meeting or that sit down. It is. You know, somebody might get up and we won't finish our coffee, we won't be finishing dinner. That's quite possible. But the endorphins will be there as well. Okay, so it's a tough spot, but it's something that you are doing for you and yours. When it comes to your relationships with love and romance, we actually have the Four of Wands in reverse. Looks like a lot of this isn't really touching love and romance this week. So for those of you that are already trying to get ahead of me and project it into your relationships, congratulations, you're wrong, and I'm happy for you. Because the Four of Wands reversed is talking about all of this actually being good for a relationship. That's actually maybe where a lot of this energy is getting redistributed. The Four of Wands reversed is talking about a new relationship or an existing relationship taking a direction that is actually going towards a more healthy and prosperous space. With the Four of Wands reversed, we're always talking about laying the foundations or planning the architecture for the castle we're going to live in or the paradise we're going to have, right? We're building it. And for those of you who are single and looking, we see somebody who's working on either an end game or maybe their dream world of paradise in much the same way as yours. In fact, it very much is yours. It's almost like you both kind of had the same imagination or the same, happy place that you go to. You just never saw each other there. And with the Four of Wands reversed, this new person in your life is actually going to have ways to bond with you that involve actually building the ideal, again, home world order, so to speak, that you want to have. When it comes to those of you who are currently coupled, not only are you going to be getting a lot more, again, resources, time, energy, and just maybe emotional wherewithal, to be giving to a healthy partnership or a healthy home with your partner, but your partner is also going to be coming in with some really good news about how to actually implement something that we couldn't do before because, again, we were both spread too thin. Either way, relationships are absolutely gorgeous this week, so let's just see what happens. So that's your horoscope. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hey, you all know I appreciate it. And should you ever wish to get a session, you should always just go to my website. It's called integrativemysticism.com.